The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via UPS, DHL, Amazon, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. And we also recap the week that was here on the channel, and we put it all together, and we do call it weekly purchases. And what a week this week. Not the biggest purchases week this week. Of course, Thanksgiving week, a short week for a lot of people out there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some time off for the holidays, but of course a lot going on Black Friday and even, the day before Thanksgiving with online sales, things like that. Tons and tons of sales going on. Of course, Ringside Collectibles, they have their Thanksgiving sale going on right now. Cyber Monday, starting obviously on Monday. Some big time deals to finish off the year here at Ringside Collectibles, so make sure you use the discount code Kyle to save yourself 10% more. Entertainment Earth, some of the same kind of stuff going on. Use discount code Kyle, save 10% on all in-stock items. Get yourself a Lando Calrissian Peg Warmer of the Year 2022, down to $6 and change on Entertainment Earth. Absolutely crazy. Have we ever seen a Black Series figure go that low before? I'm not sure if we have. They even got the Archive Edition for $12 and some change. So what a year Lando Calrissian's having. Cape Season Hall of Famer, the usher of Cape Season after all, Lando Calrissian. But deals are to be had. Pro Wrestling Tees, I think they got 20% off. Basically any place you buy things for, now is the time to get a deal. And we talk about it all the time on the channel. Gotta get a deal. Another thing we talk about all the time on the channel is the week that was. Of course, things move very fast on this YouTube channel with 2, most days 3 videos a day. Hardest working man in show business. I'm like a young James Brown ever since he died. I need somebody to come in here, give me the cape. Give me Lando's cape, as we're cranking out the videos all the time for you guys. Tons and tons of videos this week, and let's run them down. And let's start it off with the all-timer, Serpentor, G.I. Joe Classified. Check out the review on the channel. An amazing figure, definitely worth the wait. Absolutely love Serpentor. For those that missed out, I have to believe we'll get a single-carded Serpentor down the line, maybe a few tweaks and changes. But I think they know, hey, we need to get Serpentor out to the masses, not just the Hasbro Pulse crew, whatever you want to call them. And I think that will be the plan. But check out Serpentor here on the channel. You can also check out the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Modular Iron Man. We have boxed that on the channel. A little Marvel Action Hour throwback is what that one was. And a lot of Turtle news on the channel here lately. Talking about Turtle news in general on the weekly toy news every Saturday. If you missed that video, go check that one out as well. But especially Foot Soldier and Leonardo talking some giant turtles from the NECA movie and cartoon line, respectively. We unboxed those on the channels this week. I did knock out a few ones of the Mirage comic ones. Those have been on Patreon the last couple of days. Maybe get to those this week. We'll see what happens. But as usual, Patreon's got some of that stuff early for you guys. We unboxed some Marvel Legends this week. A lot of Marvel Legends this week, to be honest with you. Mr. Negative and the Inner Demons. We unboxed that pack. From Zavi, use discount code Kyle Peterson to save yourself 10% over at Zavi. We also unboxed Red Skull, Howard the Duck. We unboxed the What If, Jimmy Woo, Loki, He Who Remains. We unboxed those 3 in one episode. We also did Sharon Carter, Miss Marvel, and of course She-Hulk in an episode. So we did do a lot of those. We also did Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. So a lot of Marvel Legends on the channel this week to check out. Go take a look at those. And the G.I. Joe stuff also continued with the Python Patrol Bat. Of course, the Target exclusive, Hasbro Pulse exclusive, shared exclusive, whatever you want to call it. But we did unbox that bat on the channel. Very fun. And then, of course, wrestling. We did wrestling reviews on the channel this week. We did the GameStop exclusive Kenny Omega figure. We did our weekly Jakks Classic Superstars video every single Tuesday for about 3 years now. We've had a Jakks Classic Superstars video. Get the whole history of that line. You too can be an expert over there. We also unboxed the Ringside Collectibles exclusive, an amazing 2-pack, the Mega Powers, Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. So check out that review. That is one you got to check out for sure. And then we did our weekly top 5 or top 10 list, as we are currently dangerously close. I think we'll probably, by the time this video airs, we're probably past 22,000 subscribers on the YouTube. But we did on Thursday a top 5. We will have some top 10s to come, but we did the top 5 wrestling figure disappointments of 2022. In all the wrestling figure lines that I collect, and a lot of you guys collect, what were my big 5 bummers? What were the big bummers this year in wrestling figures? And I put them in that very list. Make sure you put your list in the comments down below on that one. A lot of interesting topics in that one, so check that one out. And then, of course, a Friday tradition. We did the figure hunt video. We had that every Friday on the channel. This week, no different, so you can see what was going on out in the stores this week. And I should mention before we get into the weekly purchases here, of course, the Patreon channel, as you guys know, growing and growing every day. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. This weekend, I will be filming a Q&A for you Patreon members. Get your last second Q&A questions in if you are a member of the Patreon. And now's the perfect time to be a member of the Patreon, of course. And we're getting to the end of November. We will have our November giveaway. It is the Mattel Creations 4-pack Mattel Retros. I'm going to give this away to one of the Patreon members, as we do every single month. First week of December, we'll do a video in the Patreon to see who won this one. So if you want to be a part of the Patreon, jump in. Of course, you get early access to videos like this, bonus contents, pizza reviews, Q&As, first dibs on stuff I'm getting rid from my collection. A lot goes on over in the Patreon. And of course, it does support the channel and content like this. And of course, you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And like I said, Black Friday sale going on at Pro Wrestling Tees. If you're not buying my shirt, man, get a Terry Funk one, get a Demolition one, get a Legion of Doom one. Go in on those guys. There you go. So a lot going on the channel as we march to 22,000 and beyond. Giveaways, all kinds of stuff, and a lot of hot deals. And this week, I got a lot of hot deals, but I got to assume next week, when some of these Black Friday online purchases start showing up, it could be quite the week next Saturday in weekly purchases, or I should say Sunday. Trying to get used to that change now. Of course, Saturday is toy news. Sunday is the weekly purchases. But without further ado, let's start it off. Let's kick off the weekly purchases. And only got 2 rounds of weekly purchases this week. So let's kick it off with round 1. And we'll start right here with a little wrestling. And what did I get through the mailbox right before I started filming this? I finally got my pack, my Coliseum collection of Hulk Hogan and Terry Funk. This is the one I ordered myself to keep mint on card. So definitely check out the review on the channel. I've had a few people actually message me, when's Kyle going to review this? Man, I reviewed this like 3 weeks ago on the channel. Like I said, make sure you hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss out on videos. And you'd be surprised how many people miss out on a video. But there it is. But there's Hogan, there's Terry Funk, quite the set here. Now we turn our attention to Rick Rude and Jake Roberts, I believe March of 2023, for the next round of the Coliseum collection. We did mention Cobra bats. I did unbox mine. I got through Target online. And then, of course, if you saw my figure hunt, found 2 more bats in the store. That's where I'm calling it good on these. Need 3 of these Cobra Python Patrol bats, and got those done. So now I turn my attention to the Vipers, and we'll have those before you know it as well. So there you go right there. We mentioned this up at the top. Talk about a game changer. Talk about a must-have G.I. Joe Classified. We're talking Serpentor. We're talking Serpentor and his Air Chariot. Absolutely next level pack. Check out the review, but man, I was blown away. Definitely a top 10 G.I. Joe figure of the year. Possibly a top 10 figure overall this year, the Serpentor here. Very, very cool one. Can't recommend that one strongly enough. And then, hot off the truck, I got Dr. Mindbender, the other Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Dr. Mindbender coming in through, upside down. Whoops, Doctor. Sorry, Doctor. Got that very similar packaging to Serpentor. Similar but different, we'll call it. But I got Dr. Mindbender through the door. Happy to get that one. Maybe we'll unbox that one very soon here on the channel, of course. How about a little McFarlane Toys? Of course, Amazon's got a lot of deals going on right now. And they had a damaged pack one on sale for $10 shipped. And I said, you know what the heck? I loved winged creatures. And I love winged creatures like Hawkman. So I got him for $10 shipped to me. A little damage from the Black Adam movie. Have not seen Black Adam. Not sure if I actually will ever see it. But we'll see. I'm not opposed. But Hawkman for $10. Said, what the heck? Why not? Might as well do it. Knock it out there. So I did get that. Finally, the last thing in round 1 of weekly purchases right here, I did get something from Walmart online, of course. What is it? Ruthless Aggression series. Got old Rob Van Dam. Always exciting getting a Rob Van Dam figure in the line. Absolutely love that. And then, of course, a guy that's about in every single series somewhere along the way. We got old Rey Mysterio. Looking good. Rey Mysterio from Ruthless Aggression line. And then finally, we got Booker T, an interesting Booker T. Can't wait to dive into these Ruthless Aggression figures. As you do know, I have all the Jakks Ruthless Aggression figures in my collection. So one fun thing about unboxing these is we can actually compare these to the original Jakks counterparts. So that's pretty fun to do here on the channel. And that's what we'll do with these three right here. So there it is. There's round one of weekly purchases. We'll be back with round two. All right, we're back with round two of weekly purchases. A few more things here this week. And one thing I got, playing a little of that long game, as you guys know, I have quite the Classic Superstars collection, but my goal is to have a mint on card set, which I do currently have, but also a loose set. So there's been a few that I've been keeping my eyes on, waiting for a deal. Well, I finally picked up one. I don't know if it felt like quite the deal, but I did pick this up. It is the Deluxe Classic Superstars Kane. So one of the more challenging ones to find, but I did get this minty loose. So well on my way. Just a few more. I'm looking for the Deluxe Classic DDP loose at a reasonable price. It hasn't come up in a while, so I don't know what's going on with that one, but I'm looking for the DDP from this line. I will find it. I always do. So there you go. That came through this week. I also found this at Costco of all places this week. It's a little He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, a little book, but it talks about all the figures, talks about a lot of different stuff in here. A very cool little cheap book, $14.99. I always love any book about action figures. I got quite a collection of books about action figures. Wink, wink, but looking pretty good here. Picked this one up at my local Costco this week, so there you go. And I picked up a few other things. I did have my local toy store, Jay's CD and Hobby. They have a huge sale for Black Friday weekend. 25% off everything in the store. Not a whole lot of stuff I needed, though, and I did do a little figure hunting there. In my figure hunting video you'll see next Friday on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But there was a few things that caught my eye that I picked up a deal on. Hey, anytime you can save 25%, you got to go for it. And one thing I did pick up was these Ultra Pro plastic cases. $2.99, then 25% off of this. So I picked up a few of these. Actually, I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. And you're saying, Kyle, what card collection are you getting yourself into? And I'm not getting any cards. What I do with these are, of course, they pull apart, and you got 2 of them. I use these as risers. I use these in stands, as stands in my Billy bookcases. So whenever I can find a deal on these, I always buy some, as these have really shot up in price over the last couple of years. So anytime I can get some, I might need to pick up a few more. I'm going to figure it out this weekend. I will head back and clean out the rest and get whatever I do end up needing. But I did pick these up at my local toy store. Always got to look for those kind of things. And speaking of stuff and speaking of Billy bookcases, old good friend of the channel, David C. Anderson, he was in the process of moving. Yes, he's moving away. Moving far away to another distant land. Maybe not, but he did get rid of some Billy bookcases. And I said, hey, I'm a buyer. And that's exactly what I did. So I had to make about 5 different trips to his house in the old Jeep Commander, loaded up the Jeep and got those Billy bookcases for him. So I got 5 new Billy bookcases in my collection. Am I a bookcase collector now at this point? Because I think I have 5, 10, 15, 20. I think I have almost 30 Billy bookcases in my house at this point. So I have a lot of Billy bookcases. Now I got 5 more. So I did pick those up this week as part of weekly purchases. Got to have those. Back to my local comic book store, 25%. I ended up saving, this was a little higher price than it probably should have been. $41.99. I think it's supposed to be $36.99. But it saved 25%, so I got it down to about a reasonable price. But it is the last Ronin. Of course, we unboxed the armored version. This is the unarmored version. So look to this unboxing in the future on the channel. Earlier, as usual, for Patreon. But I did get that last Ronin figure this week. Also got this off of Target. I think this was a pre-order where they had some kind of deal going on, and I needed to add something else to get that deal. It was like a month or so ago. I forget what it was. But the Hatut Zaraz, I got a second one of these for my collection. Kind of an army builder. Not kinda. It really is an army builder. So now I have 2 of these, and that's as deep as I'm going to go unless they go down to like $5 or something. But I did get him in the door this week. And then I'm really happy to get this one in. I got this via Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. If you go to Big Bad Toy Store and you order through my link, it does support the channel. But I finally completed this wave here. I got Zombie Iron Man, so I can finally build the Khonshu? Clown Shoe? I don't know what we're going to call that guy, but I can finally rank this wave, build this one, all that kind of fun stuff. I'll get this, and I still have to unbox Scarlet Witch Zombie Edition, so we'll have those two in a video together. Stay tuned for that, but I did get Iron Man through the door this week. And looking around, we just got 2 more things that I picked up from Big Bad Toy Store, and this is one of those ancillary collections. This is one of those ones that you have on a shelf that maybe moves. You got a gap where I got one shelf with nothing on it for now. This is what I'm going to put there, and then once I fill that shelf, they'll move somewhere else. That's what this collection inside of a collection is. But I did get from Big Bad Toy Store the brand new Super 7 Ultimate Edition. What is it? Drum roll, please. I did get Ren, and you can't have Ren without Stimpy. So I got the Ren and Stimpy Ultimates. If you were a kid growing up in the 90s like me, you probably loved yourself some Ren and Stimpy. I know I did. That was probably my favorite out of all the Nicktoons that were ever made was Ren and Stimpy. Very good show, very good cartoon, especially back in the day when you were a little kid. Probably still good now. I haven't watched it in a few years, but always enjoyed Ren and Stimpy. Needed them in my collection. Needed them as ultimate versions. So we'll unbox these on the channel as well one of these days. Sooner than later, as usual, probably earlier on Patreon. So there it is. There is weekly purchases this week. Thanksgiving week. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving, like I said. Very busy week this week for me in the business front, in the work front. Busiest time of the year this couple of weeks here. I'm hopeful I can get a couple of days off here very soon, and we'll see what happens. There might be some surprises in store on the channel. You never do know what we might be up to over here, but hopefully you are playing along, following along, things like that. Thanks everybody that helped me make 22,000 subscribers here. A lot more to come and a lot more to come in the future, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? You might as well. I can wait. There you go. Make sure you do like this video. You always got to thumbs up the video. That does help the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like I said, and then don't forget about the Patreon link in the description below. Early access to videos like this, and you truly do support the channel. You can also support channel ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget to hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and Hive. I don't know what Hive is, but I signed up just in case. Kyle Peterson over there on Hive. I think I'm probably the first Kyle Peterson on Hive, so follow me over there if you are into that kind of thing. So there you go. All right, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into the work week, and I'll see you guys all real soon.